Hi Kamini, it's wonderful to meet you at Money 2020. Can I start by a little introduction of yours?
Sure.
What have you been doing? Your experience at Money 2020?
Sure. I'm from IBM, so I represent IBM holistic team, global team, but I'm part of the IBM Cloud for Financial Services. I head the product management and the offering go-to-market for payments in particular. So we do have a couple of offerings in the mix, as well as we are trying to see the ecosystem across the fintech using not just AI but quantum, which is one of the keys, sweet spot for IBM. So that's why we are here. And Money 2020 buzz has been fantastic. Brilliant minds, the new innovation, and just overall vibe. It's really good. I'm enjoying myself.
That's great, and I think it's fortunate that we got to connect and meet with you as well. So I think just to pick your mind, and there's so many fintechs who've participated, and definitely technology providers as well. There's a lot of noise about what's latest in technology, what is it that's growing the future trends. So any trends that you're able to pick and resonate with that you see upcoming in the market?
Yeah, so the first one for me, it's I want to say face-to-face meetings, because coming out of pandemics and joining even IBM during the pandemics, I felt that this is really refreshing. Just to meet people, partners, competition, everybody, even just the staff on the different boats. I think it's been fantastic. In terms of the trends, what caught my attention is really the real-time payments. And the way I want to describe, without going into technicality, is that how Zelle and Venmo has changed the experience for the end user in a payment space. I think in a nutshell, every fintech here trying to do similar experience for account to account based payments, right? So how do we really do the real time clearing and settlement? Like Fedwire is not there for Americas, but it will be there for real time payments. So while it's not there, certain countries in India and in Asia, they are way ahead, right, as compared to some of the other well-developed countries. So to me, having that real-time payment experience for payments, trade finance or treasury or cash management, etc., I think it's catching up, and that's really the theme I see here. And then you mix in with the digital payments, the digital currency, digital assets. It's just a different world there.
Absolutely, and I think so well articulated. Fintechs are really stealing the show, and there's so much agility that they're shown towards adopting to the latest trend. They're actually proving to be serious challenges to the legacy banks, or I would say the large banks who are full suite. But I think it calls for the need for the banks to now pick up, evolve faster, right? So what's the message for the banks that you see?
Lack of better word, he's going to delete it or edit it. It's a get your shit together. Excuse me, but I mean seriously, this is the time. ISO 20022 modernization mandate comes in 2025. DORA, you heard yesterday in the in terms of the operational resiliency, and there are so many other mandates coming in the bank's way that forget about building a new revenue streams. If they don't act now, I'm afraid they will lose or even struggle to retain the existing customers. That's my key message. That time is never better than really focusing on now modernization. Either it's modernization, data monetization, because every bank has no shortage of data. And how you take the data and use for consumer, but also for the bank advantage to launch new revenue stream. This is the time.
That's great. So, in fact, just a biased question, considering I'm a technology provider myself, do you see technology playing a significant role? And I think your answer is going to be more towards affirmative. More importantly, how do banks really do the transition? Are there any buzzwords that come across your way which is making it easier to adopt
Yes.
this technology?
And I think you guys have done a good job in terms of the modular architecture. So that's certainly one. Open banking, it's not a new buzzword, it's been out there. But I felt that now people are really paying attention to what it has to offer. And on top of that, buy-in network, which is really setting a precedence at the architecture level, based on the domain, based on the modularity which you are talking about, right? So clearly that is something they need to focus on in terms of the interoperability as well as the open banking. So I would say those two, if you start building the foundation right, anything you build upon will sustain. That's my 2 cents.
That's great. I think I'll come to my last question about your experience at our booth. I think composability, modularity, as you rightly said, is what we've been focusing on. So, were you able to connect the dots, or your experience at our booth? Anything that you want to share?
Um, it's been a great experience. Let me tell you that. I think the I will go with the giveaways because that brought me to your booth.
Sure.
So that you guys did an outstanding job thinking outside the box. That something goes along with your theme of modularity, which having a different core ingredients and then building something out of it, your choice of perfume. So I would say that's 10 out of 10 I will give for that. In terms of the demonstration, you try to build the building blocks, I call it, and then you illustrate the technology tech stack layer as well as the business horizontal in terms of the either payments or the loans or anything else. So you put the enough weight out there for customer like me to walk in and wanting to know more. So overall experience has been outstanding.
Great. Thank you so much, and
Thank
I'm
you.
sure we'll be looking at some great